Just because you've initiated this practice for a change that you want, it doesn't mean that the change is going to happen overnight or immediately. Hi, and welcome to The Wake Up. I'm Kessonga Giscombe, and this is Ask a Teacher.
I grapple with feelings of inadequacy, which often shows up in my relationships and professionally too. How can I use meditation to help cultivate a greater sense of security within myself?
Hi, Nisha. Thank you so much for your question. When I was a therapist in private practice, I often saw this happen, where feelings of low self-esteem affected many aspects of my client's life. And this feeling of low self-esteem, it comes from somewhere, right? And it's important to identify the source of it, to identify the reasons of why this feeling of not being enough even exists. That can be hugely beneficial. How does meditation come into play here? So remembering that when you meditate, you're practicing sitting with yourself and cultivating a strong sense of awareness. This is the practice. It's preparing you for when you go out into the world and these feelings of inadequacy may show up. Instead of just going into autopilot and reacting to these feelings, you're able to pause, maybe take a breath and create some space, and then respond in an appropriate way. And just to piggyback on the idea of responding versus reacting. So with your meditation practice, I would recommend setting your intention from the very beginning, from like right now. So what is your overall intention when it comes to this idea of your self-esteem? And in those moments when the feelings of inadequacy show up in your life, you're able to acknowledge them, gently let them go, and then lean on the intentions that you have set. So remembering, we're not trying to get rid of or ignore these feelings. That's just going to feed into the resistance, right? And that can even lead to more further suffering. And also remembering to be gentle with yourself, Nisha. So the mindfulness concepts of non-judging and patience kind of come to mind here. Just because you've initiated this practice for a change that you want, it doesn't mean that the change is going to happen overnight or immediately. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way. So if and when there are setbacks or relapses, not necessarily judging yourself, but just being patient with yourself and with the journey. Thanks so much for watching today. If you would like to have your mindfulness question featured on a future episode, please send us an audio recording of you asking your question to Ask Kessonga at Headspace.com. It's such an honor being a part of your journey. Have a healthy and happy day. And I look forward to seeing you soon.